Wow, this is incredible.
I knew it would be amazing. Toon Talk 2.0.
Can you guys hear me here?
Yep.
Yes, we can. And now, welcome to Toon Talk 2.0.
Hello, everyone. Today I'm really excited because I'm not lazy to do the podcast. I'm actually excited. Hello, Alexander. Hello, Jake. Hello, everyone that is looking at us. Did you put the beautiful intro that we have for today?
I did.
Dude, I love it. I love it. Today in the morning when we're having our pre-production meeting, Jake said, what are we going to talk about?
I did.
And we've been so busy working with PSX Nova and the tour and everything, and the Dungeons and Dragons, that I hope that you have. If you guys miss the last episode of Toon Talk, the Dungeons and Dragons edition, when we play Dungeons and Dragons with other three guys, you got to go and check it out because it's really fun. The jokes are on point.
I'm still proud of the stupid fat Hobbit line. I'm immensely proud of that.
Yeah. So, besides that, today Jake said, what we're going to talk about. I said, you know what? Let's carry the trend, but in a Toon Talk kind of stuff. So we have, we're going to talk about all the role-playing games. And I'm not talking about video games, people. I'm talking about all the role-playing games that build us, right? From 1976, that is the first one recorded, till the one today. So, yeah, recorded, because we'll talk about that. So, anyway, welcome, Alexander. How are you?
Hey, I'm fine, guys. How are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I could
Thinking about
complain,
role-playing games.
How was your week, Jake? All good?
My smart-ass answer is I could complain, but I won't. But actually, no, it's been a pretty decent week. Oh, announcement. Matt?
Go ahead.
Virus. I cannot remember for the life of me. Have you? No, I think I've told you stories about my nephew, but you've never seen him.
No.
The kid who's naturally charismatic and funny without trying, and is literally one of the funniest people ever.
I know the stories about him. Yeah.
He's got a podcast now.
Oh, nice!
After a year of bullying him into it.
And what is the name of the podcast? My uncle told me to do it.
No, so his channel is PBJ Lifts. He makes gym and nerd content, and his podcast is just the PBJ podcast. So
I think that I would like to be included in the name thing. I will call it I'm doing it because my uncle told me to. And that would be a great name of a podcast.
Well, funnily enough, I'm going to be his first interview.
Oh, nice. That's pretty good. Congratulations and welcome to the podcast family.
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit of role-playing game, for the people that miss.
Oh, do I need to change?
For what?
Because we're role-playing.
No, dude. We're
not it's not okay. Okay. Ooh, okay. I was going to say I didn't think it was that kind of podcast, but it's put it away. Don't need it. I mean, you can clean if you want to.
The funny thing is, his wife is in working, dude. I don't want to see what's gonna happen in 20 minutes when she arrives.
No, she's home.
I know. I'm just kidding. Anyway, role-playing games are games that they help you to build your imagination and take the decisions and build a story with an alter ego, right? For a big example, the guy that is in the right of my dear friend Jake. And you're right? That's Jake's character.
Oh, yeah. I was funny because I was going to take it out, and I'm like, well, this is cool, so...
It's cool. If you like it, it's fine. So, before we jump into that, somebody want to add a little explanation what a podcast...
Well, you see, a podcast is...
How role-playing game is...
I must confess one thing, though. When you initially said RPG... I thought video game. So when I said that my take is controversial, I was referring to video games. However, because I said what I said, I still have a controversial pick for the best RPG ever.
I don't. Maybe we can throw it in recommendations. That's totally fine.
I think I've recommended it before, but that's okay because I was like, okay, no, I dig the tabletop thing more because as somebody who didn't play, I played some, not like you guys, because none of my friends could do it right. Although we did play a fair whack of Magic the Gathering. We were more card game kids. We played a lot of the trading card games.
Alexander barely knows about that.
Yeah, he has no clue about Magic the Gathering at all.
Yeah,
No, he
I
didn't
haven't
tour
figured it
the
out.
world. He didn't
He's like,
tour
"Are
the
the-"
world representing the brand. He wasn't a true a brand ambassador, not like all Instagram people, right? He was a really true ambassador.
Back in the day, yeah. Which, by the way, Alexander, is this your card?
It's not.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, so these are actually, believe it or not, I can tell people this now because I bought like 6 of these packs. Found them. Well, I didn't find them. My stepson found them at a random Dollar Tree when we were in Orlando.
No.
And I just so happened to be doing that convention the next month, so I was like, buy them, I'll sell them. And they were so cool, I kept one for myself and sold them all. So now I'm like trying to find them, but like they're legit cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool, man.
They're very cool.
I wish you could bought more in that
I-
Dollar Tree.
I know, right? I should have gotten all of them that were there. There weren't. I bought 6. There weren't much more than that. I should have gotten them all.
Yeah, you're cheap, dude. That was the dollar store. What the
No,
fuck
dude,
are you doing?
I didn't think I would sell them all because I thought like
And you
maybe
thought it
two-
was like, oh, Christmas presents, right?
Yeah, I've been
I
on the
don't know why
lookout.
they haven't received one. Did you receive one, Alexander? Did he thought about you? Me neither.
It's not Christmas yet.
Not yet.
Well, it's Christmas for us.
It's
that we
July,
don't believe in
motherfucker.
Jesus Christ. You lie? I don't. I tell the truth. Anyway,
Is
let's
that
go back to
racist?
the
It feels racist.
how that would be racist, millennial? How you want to find everything racist?
I don't. I'm trying to be better, Virus. I'm trying to be a better person, a more enlightened person.
Don't. You're not a Z generation. You don't. Just be. It's easy. Look. Smile. You're white.
Speaking of which,
Anyway.
we've also started watching Everybody Hates Chris, and I gotta say, it's a decent show.
The original one or the new version?
Everybody Hates Chris. I thought there was only. Oh no, it is a. Is it a remake? Is it really?
The remake is really bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking? Whichever one has Terry Crews in it.
Oh, I think I'm confused. And
Yeah.
Everybody hates Chris. I was
The Chris
confused. Everybody
Rock.
hates Raymond. Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know if it's good.
I mean, Terry
watched
Crews
the first
is good.
episode. That's a problem. I'm getting a little tired of the.
That's his thing.
That's his thing, but
It's
come on, dude.
2026, man.
So
Don't be homophobic.
he's not homophobic there.
Nah, he was really good in White Chicks. That's like his breakout role.
You mean to tell me that you're not white? So
So
anyway,
regarding RPGs, I can say a few things about it. So an RPG like Dungeons and Dragons and all of
Oh,
that.
sorry.
all of
I've
their
been
kind.
watching Marines shows all week, and every time you say RPG, I want to run to the floor. Sorry.
So there's 2 aspects to the game, right? There's the hack and slash, which is the throwing of the die and all the technicities of the game. And there's the role-playing game aspect of it, where you adopt it's sort of like acting out your character. So even if you're one kind of person, like let's say you're really brash when you talk and you're really confident, if you pick up a character that's really shy and it's like something very different than you are, it gives you a chance to act like that, and it's really fun. And I mean, personally, that's my favorite part of the game, even more than all the technical stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. When it comes only to, there's a lot of people that play the game strictly as the rule says. That could be, it becomes really boring to me. I played Dungeons
Certainly
and
can
Dragons
be.
once with the figurines and measurements and movements, and people, there's another one with Warhammer that they have a ruler, and it became so boring that it's like was playing Monopoly, right? It could be fun, but in a point it was too much for me. So when I start dropping, I got a story. I'm gonna start the first one of our list, if you guys allow me. Dungeons and Dragons, born in 1974. With this, it's a medieval fantasy. You become a warrior, wizard, thief, cleric, elf, dwarf, or another hero who the dungeon master controls the world into a world and monsters. The coolest thing, it creates the basic idea of the modern RPG: character sheet, level, experience points, classes, monsters, campaigns, and 20 side dice. The most controversial. During 1980s, a satanic panic religious organization and some schools accused Dungeons and Dragons of promoting demons, witchcraft, suicide, and devil worship. Some schools banned it despite no evidence of playing the game caused those things. And all this happened, and this matched perfectly in what we created this podcast. Movies become real life become movie. In 1989, a movie that not a lot of people know, Tom Hanks make a movie called Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
And it's an amazing movie, and the guy goes cuckoo. And after that, the movie, and it was a home movie, it was in Hallmark. So the movie was so impactful that everybody watched it because it was on TV. And back in the day, people, believe it or not, we didn't have streaming services. You got 4 channels to watch. And if you have a good movie in one, you become successful. Or kill a game. Because if you remember, TSR, that was, no, what was Wizards of the Coast was the first name? Or TSR?
No, it's TSR.
Yeah, I was going to
They
say
bought
Wizards of the Coast took it over. But
Yeah, but TSR
Right.
went great, and in 1984, I mean, in the 1990s, the stock market went down because they were killing it because of that movie. Because people thought that the movie was real, right? Not real, but it was gonna do that to every kid, and they killed it, and that killed the company so much that they went under 8-9 years. It was really a cold thing to play Dungeons and Dragons, and then Wizard of the Coast bought it, but it never had that resurgence until now, thanks to Stranger Things, right? So, yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. I don't think it's my favorite one, but it's the one I play the most.
I mean, you got to make a case for it being the most iconic.
Right.
It was the first.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, for sure. I
yeah,
mean, like
some
it's but again, it's mainstream now. It's just like in our first or second episode, I made the case about like anime's mainstream now. So like now all the cool people do it, and it's
I want to share 2 stories with you guys, if you allow me. The first time I was playing Dungeons and Dragons a lot before coming to play basketball to the States. And I mentioned this before, and Alexander is going to bet for me in this circumstance. Because in Mexico, you needed to speak English, right? To play Dungeons and Dragons, because all the books were in English. And in that case, you need to fly to the States to get the books, because it wasn't comic shops. So it was an elite game of people, the medium high level, right, to play. So it was cool to play Dungeons and Dragons. It was a high level educational matter to do with your friends instead of going dancing or bicycle or whatever. So when I arrived to America and I go to college, right, and they told me, so what do you do, bro? And, in the basketball court, I play Dungeons and Dragons. Ah, nerd. Well, what? Geek. Well, what? I didn't understood that over here was a different culture. What was my first cultural shocks in life?
well, in that okay, what not trying to date you, but what year did you come to the States to go to college?
To 1999.
I was gonna say it was like late '90s, right? Yeah, that was during the immediate, probably at the tail end. It's still going on, but there was like this weird period in the late '90s where we were in a particularly high, we being the United States, was in a particularly high state of anti-intellectualism.
Yeah.
So like that was part of the hardcore, like, yeah, the nerdy things that required you to read and like
But let's
study
be honest,
and do work.
but that pushed me to be like, remember the nickname Alexander, the coolest nerd on earth, because I was playing basketball, right? Making hoops and people cheering me, and instead of going party, I go back to my team of like the show community to play Dungeons and Dragons, right? So that's
awesome.
one thing. Way back, we talk about my education several times in the podcast, but way back, one of the few years that I actually went to a normal school, I was playing Dungeons when I was 13, 14, 15, I don't know. And I remember they kicked me out of my 5th high school in a year, in 1 year. So my mother had it all and said, "You're going to a public school, right?" You know what? I want to share this with everyone. My backpack had food, Dungeons and Dragons book, and a sleeping bag. That's how public school was in Mexico. And I paid 10 pesos, that it was like $1, to a guy called Ariel, right? That it was big and have a long white hair here to protect me from the teachers. Hear this, guys. So I come back, put my sleeping bag, and I sleep till recess time. Wake up at that, you go to a workshop twice a week, and the workshop I paid 20 pesos to the teacher, and he let me go upstairs with other two guys, Raul Boguet and Oscar Contreras, to be able to play dungeons. And that was one of the biggest thing, because I allowed myself to take the rules of Dungeons and Dragons and do it myself, because we have a chessboard, guys, and every piece of the chessboard have their character sheet. And we play chess, but when they fight, they needed just to fight. And it was one of the best 6 months that I played Dungeons and Dragons. It wasn't a role play, right? But it was a role play, right? It was, in our mind, we were two wizards that then became magic. Two wizards that we were moving our monsters, right? But when they fight, we have it character with the whole story. So that it was something that it was one of the funniest, not funniest, like the most interesting, fun parts of my life, playing dungeons. When I allowed myself to, I like your headphones, man. They're pretty cool.
Thanks. Okay.
Everything changes, right, when you have those headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better.
Way better.
The irony cannot escape me, because full credit to my mother when I was growing up. She was, I mean, I was a good kid, so she never really worried. But like,
what happened to you?
Nothing. No, I'm just saying, like.
No. What happened to you? Look at you now.
I'm the same dork I've always been, but
shut up, doofus.
The nerd.
Nerd.
I just cannot get over the irony, because it's like,
nerd.
Think about all the alternative things their kids could have been doing, and instead their kids were playing Dungeons and Dragons in their friends' basements. Like, any parent in their right mind would be thrilled that their kid was playing Dungeons and Dragons versus going out and partying
and probably that's what made me an artist. That's what made me an artist.
Oh,
I needed to continue to express myself.
I would imagine, right? So. I'm pretty sure that had I been into Dungeons and Dragons when I was younger, like, my mom would have been thrilled.
But you're, first of all, you're still young, right? But
tell that to my back.
Yeah, well, it's funny talking about your mom. Anyway,
she says hi, by the way.
I know. Hi. I decided not to talk about my forgotten love. Leave me alone. Let's not go there. Anyway, so yeah,
parents, let your kids play RPGs. It's better. It's better than the drugs.
And it's better than be wondering what the hell are you.
It is.
Yeah, exactly. What are you worried about? Oh, I'm at Caleb's house playing Dungeons and Dragons. The only trouble they're going to get into is running out of pizza.
And deal with the aftermath of being bullied in school the next day because of
but see, it's mainstream now. Nobody's going to bully you for playing Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm pretty sure they will.
No, I highly doubt that.
Really?
I don't think they're going to care anyway.
Besides, all the nerds today are gym nerds too, so they're all jacked.
And all nerds now build companies because they have the time to play dungeons.
Well, no. Like here's case in point. My nephew, who is a certified beast in the gym, has 2 anime tattoos. He's jacked, dude. He's 6'1" and jacked. Like, he's got 2 anime tattoos. His favorite anime is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and nobody makes fun of him.
Well, yeah, he's 6'1" and buff.
He'll kick the shit out of you, yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, that's normal now.
Yeah.
That is a typical high school teenager now, being into anime, not so much the 6'1" and jacked part, but I mean it's not rare per se. I mean, it's good. I'm just envious, but it's good. It's a good thing.
You know that you can work out. I remember I had a friend
I meant
do Krav Maga, and it was totally in shape, and
I
he
went
was
back to
exhausted.
I got
We
back
need to
into
go
the
back.
gym. I got
We need
back.
to go back.
My first
We
day
need to
was
go back.
Tuesday. My first day back was Tuesday.
Because you're not in bad shape, but your energy was different
Yeah.
when you were doing Krav Maga. Like
Oh,
you were,
I've been doing Krav Maga for a while now. I was able to go back finally.
yeah, no, but I remember when you start getting wet. You
Yeah.
want to go to the third season, your cheeks were like. And I'm talking about, dude. Remember
went-
second
I got-
season?
I got
my
sick.
first interview with you. Remember my face was
Yeah.
like. Anyway, um, somebody else want to talk about Travelers, or you want me to read it and then we talk?
Read it because I'm not
never
familiar
played
with
that.
I'm not familiar with any of these other games.
Traveler was released in 1977. It was a science fiction exploration. Players become space merchants, soldiers, pilots, explorers, spies, and criminals traveling between planets. Coolest thing, you can purchase a ship, accumulate debt, transport cargo, explore unknown planets, and live an entire career in space. Most controversial, the original version, your character could become injured or even die during character creation before the actual adventure began. Some players consider that brilliant, other things completely ridiculous. Travel first appeared on July 22, 1977. And I want to say something. Let's remember that Star Wars was released in May 25, 1977. So this was already on the making, probably a year before. So it will be really interesting if one helped the other to become, because I never played Travelers, but I saw it once. I saw a book
Maybe
a
yeah.
long time ago.
Is anyone aware of a Star Trek tabletop game? Because that
Yeah.
sounds. I was gonna say that sounds like a no-brainer to me.
Yeah, it's not. It didn't make the top 10.
Sure,
But I played
but-
Star Trek 1, and I like it. But the problem that I had with Star Trek is that you really want to be Captain Kirk or Spock, but everyone wants to do that. So it's like playing dungeons
That's
that
true.
everybody wants to be Lancelot, and it's really hard.
That's true. That's true. I can
Nobody
see
want to
that.
be Uhura. Nobody want to be the Doctor, because there's some iconic characters.
I could see it instead of being a person though, is you take on a ship and crew, and like instead of stats, you have crew members that are selected either through lot or you can.
That'd be. I'm
could see
pretty
that.
sure that in less than a year playing Dungeons and Dragons, right? We want to start playing Time Warpers for sure.
Yeah.
Because I've been working on that, but we need to
Yeah.
get into the path. Call of Cthulhu. I don't know how to say that. It's
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
Oh, yeah,
There you
Cthulhu.
go. What is it? Investigate horror inspired H.P. Lovecraft. Players are usually ordinary investigators confronting cults, ancient gods, forbidden books, and creatures that humans will never supposed to see. I think that this game, just the idea, is fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Again,
but-
it's not my favorite, but it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, but there's always if you have Mintberry Crunch, you can't lose.
Yeah, but that's a good one. Okay. Coolest thing, instead of becoming increasingly powerful, your character can gradually lose their sanity and as they discover the truth. Sometimes surviving with your mind intact is the greatest possible victory. Again, I think that's brutally fantastic, but I think you gotta be even deeper in knowledge, right? And culture and wisdom to be able to play a game like this. First of all, H.P. Lovecraft is a god when it comes to, right? Stephen King was the sold out, right? And Lovecraft stayed there.
I mean, but there's a reason why the word Lovecraftian exists.
yeah, no, of course.
Right. He
And that was
invented
gonna-
the genre.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can't call something Kingian. I mean, you can, but you'll sound like a fucking idiot.
Most controversial. The game is based on Lovecraft's work, but Lovecraft held deeply racist and xenophobic beliefs. Modern edition and related games have to be confronted how to use the horror mythology without ignoring the creator's prejudices. And it was 1981, but something.
Okay. Enjoy a Disney film, then.
I was gonna tell you
Like-
something. It's fantastic that you land in that. 2021, if you remember, Jake, 2022, I was hitting skyrocket. You remember this, Alexander? Office in Beverly Hills, right? Mansion in Beverly, Ferrari, right? And 2021, they opened the stores in LA again. and I was dying to play Dungeons. I think I told you, Alexander, I'm gonna go play Dungeons, right? And I drove to where it was, I don't remember, like 25 minutes away from Marina del Rey. And I drove and I parked my Ferrari. And it was the dream that you have as a nerdy kid, right? I parked my Ferrari convertible, right? Convertible Ferrari in the front of the store. I went in and he's like, that's your car? Of course. What are you doing here? I'm going here for the Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, everything is cool. I sit down and suddenly, the same way that playing Dungeon Chest became one of my biggest Dungeons adventures, this was my worst thing. Not because the age of the people, there was people of my age, younger, but suddenly a girl said, I'm basing what we just read, I will appreciate if nobody dies underwater because I feel threatened by that. And I remember her face going like this. And I say, well, you don't put yourself in that situation. That's part of the game, right? Well, I want to raise my hand. I will appreciate if we don't hurt animals or monsters. Stay with me. And I go like, yeah, dude, I wasn't the dungeon master. I say, but that's part of the game. And like I say, can we skip dying, please?
It's also.
I remember you telling me this story. I remember.
Yeah,
also-
and everybody start raising their voice like, and I don't like cold medicine, and I don't like access. And I say, stop. I say, you guys are not being realistic. This is a game when we separate reality from fantasy.
I was
The
gonna
game
say,
is
they
for me
know-
to be able to come here and I smash everyone and I make really, and I did it on purpose. If you follow this podcast, you know me at this point. I don't hold my tongue. I will raise my voice and I prefer, and I say, and in the case if you're a barbarian, you will kill the women and rape the horses. And everybody went, oh. And if you play Dungeons and Dragons, you know that is a normal joke of a barbarian that is so stupid, right? That says that. Don't do that. Everybody went like to the point that somebody finished saying, you know what, to avoid confrontation, why do we don't play in Aladdin's Disney or Cinderella world? And I go like, because that's not Dungeons and Dragons. And
Well,
I said, you know
no,
what,
I mean,
sorry guys.
you do have the Cave of Wonders.
Yeah, but I stand up and I say, you know what, guys? You
That
are
one in the rock.
the biggest bunch of nerds, losers I ever seen in my life. And I told them, and I'm a loser and I'm a nerd, right?
But you made
But
me
I'm
look
gonna
like
wo-
fucking Rambo.
No, I told them, but I'm gonna walk from here, jump in my Ferrari, and never see you again. And you're a bunch of pussies. And everyone went like this. And I said, not pussy as this, as here. Goodbye. And I walk away, and the owner of the store was, because it was stupid. I
Well, but
understand that.
they do understand it's not real, right?
No, bro, if you were there, I called Alexander right away, totally frustrated, saying, guess what just happened?
But I mean, you
Because-
can for sure make up a character that has those ideals, and you can roleplay that guy.
And you will
Oh,
die.
He doesn't
I
want
agree
to
with
kill the
that.
monsters.
No, you don't want to deal with that. That's amazing. And it will be a great character, but these people weren't that.
Yeah.
They didn't want to face it.
Yeah, they were trying to set up the rules beforehand about being what we would call woke today, right?
Yeah, and it was California 2021, Wokeland. Probably that's what I decided to move. Anyway, Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay from 1986. This was my first time knowing about Warhammer. And I remember that I played this game, and right when I went and bought with Raimundo, right, Space Hulk. The board game Space Hulk is probably my favorite game of all times. So let me read this. Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, 1986. It's a dark medieval fantasy. The world has knights and magic, but also has disease, corruption, religions, fanatism, poverty, mutation, and chaos. The coolest thing, you might be as a rat catcher, servant, grave robber, fisherman, or beggar instead of a glorious superhero. Your rat catcher may even own a small but vicious dog. The most controversial, the game can be brutally unfair. Character can lose their limbs, develop mutation, cast infections, become insane, and die because one terrible roll. Fancy that adore the darkness or find it unnecessary miserable. This Warhammer fantasy roleplay was the beginning of Warhammer that we know today. That's what the game. What is the new one?
Like
3054.
40,000 or something.
I know
like that.
the most famous one is Warhammer 40k.
But 40k, we're talking about the year. right? Because he's the heir of the third empress.
Yeah, I'm
So
not
this
that
is
into the
how it
lore.
started. This is how this started. You
Yeah.
were it was like a little England kind of thing, but with magic, and it evolved so much. That's what I like Warhammer.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
I remember Space Hulk, the game you have your Space Marines, and you have 4 Space Marines and 1 Flamer, and you're construct in a ship that is every piece of the board. You make the pieces you make the paths,
Right.
and the entrance are coming the aliens, and you have 5 Marines, and the aliens are unlimited. Well, that they're called Geno, whatever. They're not called aliens. But that game gave me fantastic times. So much that is why I stopped playing Dungeons as much. Because Space Hammer, One Hammer, and Space Hulk did something crazy for me. But I never played the original Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. I will give it a go. It sounds like
Yeah.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, right? Kind of stuff.
It has millions of fans, the Warhammer universe. Like
Yeah.
die-hard fans.
Yeah. Next one. Everybody knows this, and if you haven't played it, please play. Star Wars, the role-playing game of 1987. Before I've written in the explosion of the Return of the Jedi, they shoot everywhere. They want it to be kids, lunchboxes, animation, cartoon, the
flamethrower.
Ewoks, the everything, but they need to do the role-playing game, and the rules were really bad. The what?
Baseballs, the flamethrower.
Which Spaceballs? What? Oh,
Two is
God,
coming.
yeah. What are they calling it? It's Spaceballs the sequel.
The new one.
The new
the
one.
new one.
Yeah, they're calling it the new
one.
one.
That's amazing. So Star Wars, the role-playing game, 1987. Players become a Jedi's, smugglers, bounty hunters, rebel pilots, diplomat, or Imperial agents inside the Star Wars galaxy. The coolest thing, the original West End Games book helped invent and define part of the Star Wars universe. They introduced names and background information later using the novels and official production. The books were supplied to Timothy Zahn while he developed the Thrawn trilogy. And I think
He's
that's
an
amazing.
amazing writer.
Yeah, but when he got real people adventures, right, playing the game, that was fantastic.
So
The
wait,
most
what did they invent? That was later
the
put
Dark
in-
Sun, the Dark Sun Legends. Actually, I'm not sure. This could be a myth, but because I'm gonna go back to 1994, I remember when they start saying that Leia, right, was the original Jedi. It was because of the game that people were playing it like that.
Ah.
They become really famous. Back in the day, in 1992, universities has that we have WhatsApp today. They have that between universities. If you see the movie Social Network, you will understand how Facebook works. So people start playing like that, and many people involved in the Star Wars start looking at it and taking notes what people like. That's a good marketing research.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure that that Leia, and like I say, I heard this a long time ago, was the original Jedi because somebody played like that and they were like, oh, this is a great idea, because it wasn't like that. The most controversial, Star Wars has used several different RPG systems. Wet End's D6 system, Wizard of the Coast D20 versions, this is dice, guys, and Fantasy Flight Age narrative dice system. Fans still argue over which one truly feels like Star Wars.
I'm gonna go with 6.
I don't like the 6th one. I think that the best system is the Dungeons and Dragons, and I don't know why they didn't license it to everyone. Now that I'm working the Time Warpers video game with Alexander, right, and the roleplay and everything, I'm literally gonna do everything that Dungeons but apply, because the system of hitting in Dungeons and Dragons and movements and tackle and initiative is really simple, and it feels.
And it's really good also because it really mirrors what, I mean, it really mirrors what reality would be, right?
And the other one feels like copies. I never played this one. I don't know if you guys play it. Cyberpunk 1988.
Heard of it? Never played
Another
it.
big one.
Yeah.
That's another one of the big ones.
A dark future controlled by giant corporations. Oh, so now players become mercenary, hackers, musicians, journalists, criminals, corporate agents, and cybernetic and enhanced street fighters. Can we add podcasters there? We will fit perfectly. Coolest thing, style matters almost as much as survival. Your clothes, weapons, cybernetic implants, reputation, music, Attitude and personal enemies become part of the character. That's pretty cool. Most controversial, combat is intentionally little. A highly developed character can be destroyed by one terrible firefight. Some players love the danger, others hate investing months in a character who can die from one bullet. The tabletop game later became the foundation of Cyberpunk 2077. So this is so cool, man. It's like the top of the line. I never play it. I saw the books, and they look really amazing. I never had the chance of a group to play with nobody.
Well, me thinks maybe we need we'll see how this Dungeons and Dragon goes, but maybe we need a tabletop spinoff.
Think about this, and I'm gonna go crazy. All the podcasts that they do, the brothers, right? You do the politics once a month. They play a role game with other parties.
That's what I'm saying, as a spinoff, but but we only do tabletop games.
Yeah, it will be great. It will be just great. A role play will be easier, but
that's what I mean. But like
Alexander.
tabletop role play game, i.e. D&D.
This one I played once and I love it, but I was the only one in my party that loved it. Shadowrun, 1989. What is it? A cyberpunk mixed with fantasy. Imagine hackers, machine guns, mega corporation, and cybernetic implants, but also elves, trolls, dragons, spirits, and magic. Coolest thing, a team can contain a street samurai, a computer hacker, an elven magician, a shaman, and a heavy armored troll committing corporate espionage together. I love it, dude. It's like I love it. Most controversial, the world is considered extraordinary, but its rules are famously complicated. Combat, hacking, magic, vehicles that sprints can feel like separate game operating simultaneously. The continued argument is amazing universe, but does it need simpler rules? Yeah, but that's when you use your criteria, right? And play Shadowrun with Dungeons and Dragons. It's really easy.
It kind of sounds like the movie Bright.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that is involved in a way.
Yeah.
It's the concept of fairy creatures living in a modern world.
Which, by the way, I recently watched it a few months ago, and I'm not like, it wasn't bad. It was not at all what I thought it was going to be.
It was good. I mean, it wasn't good, but
it's different. You know what? Because here's the thing. Like, I'm not going to say I loved it, but I definitely didn't hate it. But what really kind of threw me off was it wasn't at all what I thought it was going to be, and it was so different that I think a lot of people didn't get it.
I think that it was a great experiment for Netflix because one of the first one that they actually pay for the whole production.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that everybody went and see it because it was probably the third movie that they actually produced completely. And I think it was a good success because, believe it or not, Netflix is still alive. And Hulu and Disney have been able to replicate that. Even they keep growing.
Netflix
not even Amazon.
Is king of the hill.
Yeah.
And Will Smith is a great actor. Everything he's in is good.
Yeah, he's such a good actor that we believe his life is bad and his wife cheated on him and he hit people in the Oscars.
Oh no! Here's the thing: his wife cheats on him, but he makes us believe he's not into it.
Buddy, you really think that a marriage in that level is not an open marriage?
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The act is that he's not into it.
The guy's very charismatic, and he's really good at.
He's got his own. He's got his own special chair.
And the most important thing, guys, is that the movie I'm Legend is one of the best movies in the fucking world.
It's good, but the book's way better.
Oh yeah, the book they're vampires, but you know the movie by itself, I can watch it, and I remember, I don't know if you remember this, Alexander, like 18 years ago, I went and buy the special edition Blu-ray with a different ending, and it was like
the correct ending.
The correct ending, and it's fantastic when he survives.
Yeah. Well, even that's not. Have you read the novel?
Yeah, I read the novel, the original.
That's,
you know
that ending is, oh my god. First of all, that's the only way the title makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
So I won't spoil it unless you want me to.
No, please don't. Please don't, because
I remember literally I saw the movie first and then I read the book and I got to the end and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Asimov, right? Wrote I'm Legend too?
Yeah.
Asimov wrote it too. Yeah, let me tell you that
hang on.
Will Smith
No,
Company.
no. It wasn't
It's
Asimov.
either
It was,
that or Philip K. Dick.
no. Hang on.
No,
I got this.
no.
I got
Check it out.
right
Let me talk about this. The library
Probably
that
Carl Sagan.
the publishing company that has all those rights sell them
Yeah.
really cheap. What's the name?
Richard. Whoop? Written by
Richard Whoop.
Richard Matheson, the same guy who wrote What
Richard
Dreams May
Matheson.
Come.
But I was gonna tell
Right.
you, the publishing company sold this big package.
Yeah.
So
To-
good.
Then they
He also
sold
did a
this
bunch
one,
of Twilight
I
stuff.
Robot, right?
No,
And another one,
I Robot
is
is
Asimov.
Asimov.
and they sold the pre-package, right? And that's how, because people don't understand that in the modern cinematography, it's not a studio. You open your own studio, and when you make the money, you produce, and they help you with distribution. And the company that is a record, so the beginning of those movies, that's Will Smith Company, right? So he did this one, did I Robot, dude, and it was when his career exploded, because they did the right thing. They didn't jeopardize the history and the core of the movie, but they changed it to be good for the audience. And I love that. I Robot is another magnificent
because the
movie.
movie is good. Like I just cannot stress enough how much the ending is just.
But if you remember in the book, they actually talk, and it's a different society.
Yes.
But they were really smart saying, that's too complicated in one movie. And I swear that somebody said, like, let's just make it zombies. Oh, that sounds great. We don't need to explain their society, but in
Yeah.
3 spots. Because they're really smart, because they set him up in that trap.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, this
they
is
went
my
ahead.
this is my favorite role-playing game. I played a few times. Again, the party, I didn't find it, but I would love to play this. Again, Vampire the Masquerade from 1991.
One of the great ones. One
One of the great ones. Have you ever listened to it? Know about it, Jake?
No, but it sounds intriguing.
What is it? Modern Gothic or horror. Players are vampires secretly controlling politics, nightlife, crime, and society while struggling against their hunger and slowly disappearing humanity. Coolest thing, you are not simple fighting vampires. You are the vampire. The real battle is between the monster you have become and the human person you once were. It also became as normally important to live action, role-playing, or LARP. Most controversial, in 2018, Sourcebook used the real persecution of gay people in Chechnya, as part of their fictional vampire storyline. That backlash was so serious that published Paradox reorganized White Wolf and brought the brand under tighter control. Creatives can be due, and creatives are creative. I don't think it's 1991. The audience was different, because right now we can watch a movie about something, and people will respect it or hate it, but don't destroy it. I don't know. But
Yeah,
you know
well,
what I
the
mean?
Vampire Chronicles are partially based in the Anne Rice Vampire Chronicles universe,
Yeah.
Interview with the Vampire and all that. So playing the Masquerade was like going into that world. So
Went to that
was
movie,
amazing.
dude. The like in Dungeons and Dragons, we have the elves, the gnomes. Here you have the classes of a vampire.
Different clans.
Do you remember the name of the clans?
Yeah, some of them. I remember the Nosferatu, the Gangrel, the Toreador.
Toreador, yeah, that was really
Ven-
cool.
Ventru.
The Macadamian, Mascarian. What was the name of that one?
The Collins.
No, it was a name that it was the most chaotic, dangerous one. I was talking with Campy, one of the players in our podcast, and he told
I
me
don't
about
have
it. Go
it
like,
in my mind.
because I forgot about Vampire, and he told me it's like in Vampire. I go like, what? My brain opened to that. Anyway, as we move forward in life, right? 2009. You see, the big breach was from 1991. Nothing new top 10 until 2009. Pathfinder came out. High fantasy descent from D&D 3rd edition. It offers enormous freedom to design extremely specific character to classes, features, ancestry spells, and combination.
Oh,
The coolest-
dude, you're gonna hate me.
Well, did you play this before?
No, I know someone who works for the company.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
You should
nice.
invite him over.
What's up,
Coolest
Fuzzy?
thing.
His name's Brian,
Cool.
but he went by Fuzzy. I don't know if he still goes by Fuzzy, but hi, Brian.
I think we're gonna call him Fussy. Coolest
You'll see
thing.
if you ever see him, you'll see why.
Yeah, you should invite him from a podcast. Character construct. Okay, Dips. If he come to a podcast, gotta be Toon Talk. Because I know you. We have ideas here, and you bring them to your other podcast.
That's not always true.
Oh my God! I see you. Talk to me about topics we're gonna do on Thursday, and then Tuesday you do the same topic. I go, what? Anyway.
I know you won't believe me, but honestly, that's largely coincidence.
Yeah. Coolest thing, character construction is almost the game of its own. Two players can select the same class and still create completely different heroes. Most controversial, Pathfinder was born partly because Pacer refused to follow D&D into 4th edition and instead continued developing rules based on the D&D 3.5 under the Open Game license. This helped create a major division between D&D and Pathfinder players. The licensing conflict returned dramatically during the D&D OGL controversy of 2023. Because it's still a lot of things. I know I told this story several times because a big frustration in my life. The year was 2012, maybe. And I start telling Alexander, I want to do a game. I want to make a game like Dungeons. Nobody want to play Dungeons anymore. And then we create the dungeon, right? The Monsters of Dungeons, remember? The card game. And I wanted to be a role play, but then we transformed it into a card game. Did you know this story, Jake?
Mm-hmm. You've told it.
And we went to Monte Carlo, the biggest company, like, what is the name of the big company in the States?
Wizards of the Coast?
No, the one from board games, like Monopoly.
Mattel? Hasbro.
No, that's another one that is Parker something.
Parker Brothers?
Yeah, Parker Brothers.
Whatever. So this was the license in Latin America. And we went to the president of the company, and the other guy, and we told them, look at this game. It's a card game that you find one again another. And I remember, I probably older than this, because I got a old Windows computer that I designed everything, putting images, right? And I controlled the whole day. We printed in Office Max. And they told us that it was a waste of time, money, or investment. We could have in our hands before. Alexander was playing at that time Magic, but was Wizard of the Coast at that time? Wasn't before. Was before that.
It's always been Wizard.
So when they become bigger, when they bought what? I remember they did a big merge.
So Hasbro bought Wizards of the Coast.
So before this was before Hasbro, when there were core. If those guys listen to us. Sometimes I wonder if once in their life he opens his eyes and go like, fuck, right? Or maybe he doesn't even remember us. But anyway, 2025, Daggerheart. What is? It's a modern fantasy role-playing game created by Darrington Press. The publishing company connects the critical role. It emphasizes relationship, emotional storytelling, cinematic action, and collaborative world building. Coolest thing. Player roll 2 12-sided dice, one represents hope and the other represents fear. You might succeed with hope, success with fear, or fail, meanwhile you create a new dramatic complication. The most controversial, many people see it as Critical Role attempt to establish a major alternative to D&D. Traditional players debate whether these cards, narrative, mechanic, or shell storytelling provide greater freedom, or remove too much tactical structure of the game master. It was officially released on May 20 or 2025, last year. That's how big role players are coming in. So this is the time to tell you that in less than a year you will have Time Warpers, the role-playing game, connected to the video game. Oh.
So we're gonna debut it on our
totally
RPG spin-off.
A lot of people don't understand how long this project takes. When we finished the audiobook, Jake, a year ago?
I think it was longer than that.
The audiobook is ready, but an audiobook by itself is not going to push it, right?
That doesn't. According to Justin, nobody likes Daggerheart.
Yeah, nobody likes Daggerheart. Hey, Justin, how are you? We missed you here, buddy. You should come more often. We invite you to play Dungeons and Dragons with us, but hoser move. He didn't want to play, right? Hoser move. Anyway, so Time Warpers is a big, amazing audiobook that we have with 4 episodes. But we need to come with the video game and with the role-playing game so we have a business. If not, it's just gonna be another recording in YouTube. And you guys know that we don't play like that. I can't believe that we have barely 9 minutes for recommendations, Shaky Boy.
Well,
Because
we
you need
haven't
to recommend your role-playing game.
we haven't decided which one's the best.
I
It's
think I know
Monopoly.
what-
Monopoly's the best.
Monopoly
I
the
think that-
RPG.
Monopoly.
Monopoly is an RPG. The only difference is instead of creating a character, everybody starts out equal, and then your character develops over time.
I don't know what you guys thinking. What do you think, Jake? What is the best one for you?
I just told you, Monopoly.
I'm serious.
Nothing
Shaky
is
Boy.
more cutthroat than Monopoly.
Buddy, please.
It's
Neighbor,
it's
please.
it's D&D.
Yeah.
I mean,
What about
come
for-
on. Everything is at least partially a derivative of D&D.
Agree.
At least partially. There's some pretty original ones out there, but conceptually, I mean, it's D&D, man.
Yeah, I think that Vampire the
classic.
Masquerade is my favorite. Even Dungeons and Dragons it's like my first love, right? My first love is D&D, but the first time I went out with a model, right? That's Vampire the Masquerade. It's a special place in my heart.
I was just gonna say, have you guys seen that SNL skit of the game show Come Meet Your Second Wife?
No.
Yeah. yeah.
God, it's funny.
It's really, really funny. It's Amy Poehler and Tina Fey are the hosts.
Yeah. It's quite funny.
I'm just asking Ash, the cleansing Vampire the Masquerade, because I'm going crazy trying to figure out the classes.
The only problem with Vampire the Masquerade is its combat system is too complicated.
But
because
we
it involves
change it for
rolling a lot of
dungeons.
dice. Yeah, if you change it to the dungeons scheme, then it's better because the
Bruja.
lore of the game is amazing.
Here it goes, guys, for the people that are like me that want to know. Bruja, the rebels, passionate revolutionary activists, warriors, and troublemakers, powerful
The
and
Bruja.
fast but easily angered. Gangrel, the beast, independent survivors connect to animals and the wilderness, tough instinct and increasingly enigmatic. Malkavian, that's the one I told you. The lunatics, cursed with fractured minds but gifted with supernatural insight. They often perceive truth nobody else can see. Nosferatu, the horrors. The vampirism physically deforms them. They hide on the ground and specialize in spying secrets and information. Toreador, the artist, obsessed with beauty, art, passion, and human emotion. Seductive and socially powerful, but easily captivated, like the character of Tom Cruise. Trimmer, the
Right.
warlocks, vampiric blood sorcerers organized around occult knowledge, ritual, hierarchy, and control. Ventru, the true bloods, aristocrats, executive rulers, and politicians. They believe they were to command other vampires. Banu Hakim are the judges, assassin scholars and judges obsessed with justice. La Sombra, the shadows, rulers manipulators who command darkness is safe. They test themselves through conflict over seeking position of powers. And I can go on and on. There's 19, but
There's a lot
this
of
is
them.
yeah. Bruja, Grangel, Malkavian, Nosferatu, Trador, and Trimmer and Venture are the ones that you play with. The other ones become NPCs. That's non-player characters. So yeah. Anyway, just to round it, if you guys like role-playing games or you want to know about role-playing games, every 2 Thursdays here in this channel, you are welcome to join us. Right here, we have what is the best role-playing situation that is going on.
It's a situation for all right.
Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. That's us. That's us, people. We have Jakey Boy,
I have so many
Campy.
knives.
Kiss, me, and Alexander. Look at that beauty.
Oh, look at Timmy.
Anyway, Timmy, I think the best joke, even your joke was really good, Jake. I think the best joke when we asked him, "What are you?" He said that he got a lot of girls because he was chaotic good. He got a chaotic good. I think that was the joke of the game. Thank you, everyone. Alexander, you want to say goodbye with a recommendation?
Yeah, sure, because I do think that Dungeons and Dragons is the best RPG, but I do have my favorite, and it's not that. My favorite RPG of all time is the DC Heroes role-playing game.
Ooh, I totally forgot that. The click system.
Not the Hero Clicks, but There's been a few DC Heroes role
I
playing
remember
games.
now. I got those books. Remember, I bought them and sent it to you,
Yeah.
Victor.
So the third edition was by Mayfair Games, and it's the best of them. And
Yeah.
the best part of that game is that the system that they use, both for character building, combat, and anything you can imagine, only involves two 10-sided die and like a chart that you can cross-reference
Yeah,
your.
the chart like that. That is the colors.
Yeah.
And something
That's an
beautiful
amazing
about
game.
that's a great input, Alexander, because there's somebody's putting a lot of noise in. Something beautiful that about that is that you can create your superhero as you want to.
Yeah.
And superheroes. Remember this movie from what was the name of this? You guys hear that sound? I don't know what's going on. I think it's your fan, Alexander, again.
Probably.
Yeah, remember this show, Mystery Man? That was the name of the movie.
Dude, I love that movie so
It's
much.
like Mystery Man. That role plays like you're playing Mystery Man, but everybody has powers. I remember when I played that, the guy was so strong that I have a furniture moving company because he just carried things, and the whole world is full of superheroes. So being unique is harder. It's really cool. I really like that game.
You can
Oh,
adapt
so-
any character that you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
about you, Jakey boy? Dungeons and Dragons. You say any recommendations you got for?
Yes.
People today?
So for the youngins who are more into video game RPGs, this one was slept on in the States. It was released here, but it didn't receive a lot of fanfare because it's not one of the big. Alexander and you guys probably know the Tales series, Tales of Fantasia. Tales of, yeah.
Telltale. Yeah.
No, not Telltale. Like the Tales, Tales of Fantasia, Tales of. I don't remember any of the other ones off the top of my head, but every game is Tales of and then the place.
Okay.
Oh, like Tales of
I
the
don't-
Abyss, yeah.
Oh yeah, Tales of the Abyss. I like
They
that.
they weren't super big here. They're much bigger in Japan. But I forgot what year was that. What year was it released? 2004, I think. It was in the early 2000s. Tales of Symphonia got released in the States, and it was very innovative for the franchise because prior to that, it was a turn-based battle system like Final Fantasy. This was the first one to integrate real-time battles. You still have a party, but in battles, you can move freely and choose your techniques in real time, which I love because I hate turn-based combat systems. I think
Yeah.
they're for pussies. But I'm sorry, dude. I'm a much bigger fan of the Zelda system because you can outfight. If you're better at fighting, you can outfight a dungeon. It's harder, but you can do it.
I don't mind that. I find funny that it's so hard for you that it's for pussies because
It is.
we're not in a woke society forced by integrity of the lack of conscience of knowledge.
Oh well, I mean the fact that it's for pussies isn't changed because of perception. But what makes Tales of Symphonia truly great is the fact that it's one of those games where the story is just incredible. So it starts out as a very enjoyable RPG. Like it's good, but it feels standard. And then you get to what feels like the end and you're thinking like, I mean, I had fun here, but this seems like kind of, standard RPG fare. And then when you think you're about to beat the game, it pulls the rug out from under you and completely changes the world. And you have to play another half of the game now.
Oh, really?
I mean, it pulls the rug out from under you. And I'm not going to ruin it because the reveal is genuinely good. Because up to that point, you're basically, you're leveling up, you're acquiring the
What
MacGuffins.
platform is this, Jake?
It was released on GameCube and PS2.
Never
Now
played it.
I'm told the graphics on PS2 are better, but I did enjoy the GameCube version quite a bit. I still have it, and I play it every now and again. What you have to understand about this game, I played video games, but I wouldn't consider myself a gamer per se. This game I would not allow myself to play during the week because I was still in school.
Yeah.
Because I figured it out. Like I would play this game until I couldn't stay awake anymore.
Well, that's the good ones, buddy.
Oh, dude, I mean,
That's the way to do it.
It's so good, dude. So good.
Yeah. I think I always think had this. I don't know what that sound is. I apologize to the audience because it's not either of us. I don't know what's going on. But I always wanted a role playing game, right? That you can adapt to every famous movie or TV show. Imagine that we have the same rules and we just bring The Walking Dead or
I mean,
Space Marines.
Yeah.
It could be done. Probably that's something we're gonna work in. But the God that doesn't exist, but I'm just gonna say for cultural matters, God knows that we're really, really busy, right? But thank you, everyone. It's 6:01. We pass a minute, but we start a minute late because somebody started us in another podcast.
Sorry.
But if you guys can check it out, all our recommendations, check DC, and next Thursday night we'll see you here playing D&D.
It's D&D.